Hello everybody! This video is a response to Steve Shives and his 5 stupid things about Islamophobia video. Now, I've known Steve for quite a while, but I haven't been compelled to respond to his work until today. After watching his video criticizing people who are critical of Islam, he kind of left me no choice. Steve Shives promotes himself as a friend to radical feminism. It's no secret. He apes the same arguments used in radfem dialogue structure that support terms like rape culture and white knighting and manspreading and mansplaining. He's so blindly connected to these radical ideas that I believe his ability to rationalize and properly adjudicate harmful ideologies or practices has been compromised. It's plain to see that his ideas are radical regarding feminism, in other words. Why then does it not logically follow that public enemy number 1 against the empowerment of women, Islam, gets treated with kid gloves in his latest video? Why is it that the primary face of women's oppression gets a pass in the radfem narrative? Steve has said that the reason he doesn't want to criticize Islam is that he doesn't feel qualified to adequately intellectually handle matters of the Islamic faith, and he worries that he'll do more harm than good if he speaks out against it. Now, he says that in order to fully understand the issues, we have to have years full of immersion in the cultures that we criticize. That's bullshit. We've been speaking out for years about issues that we're not completely immersed in. We understand the principles of ideologies that we divine from their respective authorities as good or bad in a moral sense. Is it difficult to understand that under Sharia, a woman is monetarily worth half as much as a man? Is it difficult to understand that women are stoned to death for adultery? Is it difficult to understand that women must prostrate themselves to men and God? And what about the idea of the burqa and the hijab? Isn't that enough for you to decry this inhuman dogma as oppressive and harmful, especially toward women? I could go on and on and on. I could quote every surah that poetically assigns women as chattel to their men. I could talk about actual rape culture and its effect on the well-being of women. I could talk about the state of education for women in Islamic cultures, or the fact that women are not permitted to drive a fucking car by themselves in Saudi Arabia. I could talk about institutionalized female genital mutilation in Islamic cultures. I really could go on and on and on. But you're going to sit there and tell me that my views about Islam are bigoted because I have the simple power of observation in plainly seeing what is tantamount to tyrannical, hysterical control over an entire gender? Give me a fucking break. And this doesn't bode well for the reconciliation of your ideas. You cannot, on one hand, praise radical feminism and on the other, decry anyone who speaks out against the obviously criminal and abhorrent actions of a system guided and informed by brutality and the oppression of women. I'm not afraid of fundamentalist terrorists, the people in Islam who blow shit up and shoot up a Parisian theater with gunfire. When I look at a male Muslim, I see on the surface a person who has bought in to an exceptionally bad idea. And that says nothing about what his intentions may or may not be. I don't know anything else about him outside the confines of his belief, and I'm certainly not alarmed by him. Like the many followers of other religious beliefs I pity, I give a passing thought to hoping they start believing in themselves and others, and I go on my way. And when I see a woman in a burqa or a hijab, I think, I wish I could get through to her. I help her to see what she's accepted as culturally normal is actually detrimental to her living a full and unencumbered life. I want to help her. Fearing her doesn't even enter into the scope of concern. Islam is terror for women. In that sense, shame on you for speaking out against its detractors. And may you endure further shame, sir, for diminishing their struggle by calling all those who are critical of the source of their suffering bigots. You may want to look into a mirror, Steve. In a majority atheist sense, The only bigot here is you. Take care. Oh, bye now.